Hello, good people. This is Emmanuel Science Safali bringing you the Promise Insurance Show. I want to start with this discussion of property insurance and for a business owner, because we have seen so many concerns of the traders, especially at the height of these strikes we have been seeing of IFRS and VAT with URA. Of course, the traders have been complaining that they are not sensitized enough and things like that. And everything they are seeing in insurance, as reported in this episode or this show, actually, there's a news story that was played on a local TV station called NBS in Uganda, and it actually showed the clear picture of how insurers are perceived in the public, just like they perceive tax. So let's listen in and actually take some few notes.
Insurance sector players have raised concern over the low uptake of insurance among small and medium enterprises, and they are saying that despite the COVID-19 pandemic highlighting the need to risk mitigation in business, John Walgembe, Executive Director of the Federation of Small and Medium-Sized Enterprises, has blamed this on limited awareness about the importance of insurance.
Tough economic times in Uganda and around the world have brought to sharp focus the role of insurance in mitigating pressures in businesses and trade. This is because appropriate insurance policies help businesses guard against eventualities such as fire, accidents, and other financial losses. Insurance sector players have highlighted that the major driver of low insurance uptake among SMEs is the trust issues among insurance companies and customers, which leaves many SMEs out of the insurance gap.
That there are still trust issues. That probably the people out there who require microinsurance do not trust the insurance industry. So the challenge upon the industry is how do we create that trust? And I think one of the examples he gave, which was demonstrating that insurance works, is an important aspect. It is one of the things that we need to focus on as the insurance industry.
According to the Executive Director of the Federation of Small and Medium-Sized Enterprises, John Walgembe, insurance players have not invested more in awareness about the importance of insurance, arguing that the products provided are not business-friendly to the young businesses.
Insurance service providers have made several mistakes that have not been able to reverse this trend. Number one, the level of awareness about insurance is still low. People do not know what insurance is. Some people think it's a tax. Some people think it's a saving. When I give my money, for health insurance, if I give my money and at the end of the year I did not get sick, you refund. Okay, so there's a lot of disinformation and lack of awareness about what insurance is and what its importance is, and that's the biggest challenge. The other challenge is that the products themselves are not well suited for this market. They are targeting a certain elite group who are not many, because I've mentioned that the majority of our businesses are SMEs. So insurance companies and providers must come with relevant insurance products that meet the needs of the SMEs and the individuals.
According to the recent insurance statistics, only 1% of Uganda's population use insurance. However, the Insurance Rate Authority closely monitors to increase the uptake of insurance to about 3%.
They have mentioned that just 1% of Ugandans are actually insured. Out of 46 million, of course, we are going to have a new census report that has been ongoing. We are going to see how these other values are growing. We hope we can actually sensitize, because, of course, as if you are a that collects taxes and has invested a lot to actually train traders about the importance of IFRS system, if they can also be complained about, that means they can also complain about insurers. Much as insurance is actually not a tax, it is a business facilitator. So you can't do business, you're importing. Our country is an import country. We do lots of importation, but we can't say we can sustain business without actually insuring. And insuring with the local marine insurance proposal that was brought on board. Now, because this, we talked about, we had some other scenarios, concerns by John Walgembe. In this report, he was mentioning that, of course, awareness, that the players themselves have not sensitized enough. Probably our regulator, IRA, has done some sensitization, but it's not enough. We need to hear actually from the players themselves. So this program is actually going to feature more on the players, and we hope we can actually get to hear them more. Our association chairman, Uganda Insurance Association chairman, that was Jonan, actually mentioned that they are doing their best to improve the trust levels. But I hope by that time many businesses would have actually appreciated. Let me take this juncture to actually respond to one of the questions or one of the concerns that John Walugembe pointed out, that most of the products are for elite groups and they're not relevant to the SME. Now, I want to actually respond to you that the good news is there is actually an SME product for this sector, and it's called the enterprise package. There are a number of insurers around, but of course, whenever we call on them for, we can't actually mention their names here because these until they prepare and actually accept to come on ground and discuss with the players. But we know them and they're out there. So this is an example of an enterprise package. And it's really based on what we call maximum stock levels, because we know any business, they are dealing in stock. And if we just go down to this area, we're talking about, this is an assumed business that is renting. It has a building that it's renting, or a shop premises it's renting. So that one is, we don't count it as its asset. But of course, it's important. It's its location. Then it has tenants, fixtures, and fittings. Say worth, say 50 million. It has stock and trade. This was, say, a supermarket. It has stock and trade worth, say, 450 million. What we call maximum stock level. Like we know they have stores, they also have the premises where they're selling from. So all those, if we combine all of them, we are going to see that this total value that can be there at any one time within a year is about, say, 500 million. Now, once we establish that, the premium or esente mekazagenda osasula ziba million isatu mu mitwalo ataano. 3.5 million is what is going to be paid in premiums, but of course there are taxes. Waliwo emisolo najjo emisoso. The good news is these taxes actually tax deductible, or they're allowable expenses in tax. So whatever you have been charged here, you can actually go and declare to URA in your business as IFRS, or whether not IFRS yet, you can actually declare that you have actually paid insurance of your business worth 4 million, 4.2 million, and then they deduct it off your expenses and what is called the taxable income. So I hope you can understand that discussion that IFRS has been talking about, or URA has been talking about. This will also help you a lot. Yet it's facilitating your business much more. How is it going to facilitate it is what we are going to look at. But also, before going there, we also need to look at, some people say that, hey, this 4 million is a big amount. I don't have it at once. My business, I collect small monies. You can actually take out what we call insurance premium financing facility. There are several banks that do this service or this facility. The premiums are usually, the rate is usually 10%. They will charge you an interest rate of about 10%, which is actually very fair. So 10% it can actually go to 6% depending on the volume of the business. We can actually negotiate on your behalf as well. So if it is 10%, you'll find that the net interest is 429,000, such that the total is 4.72 million. And if you deduct this in 10 monthly installments, you're paying 472,000 shillings every month for 10 months. Now you'll actually be insured. The moment the first premium goes through, you are actually insured. Now, what are we covering? What this SME? We've spoken about the fire-allied perils. We saw those fires that were gutted and business owners were actually disappointed. And in any case, if you're taking out a loan in any bank, the bank has to make sure that your stock is actually insured. So, but you don't have to wait for the banker. Sometimes the bankers actually don't deliver these policy documents in time. That's also another key area. And that's why another key area that maybe, as they mentioned, that insurance has been for a long time an elitist group. So because some of these traders have not studied enough, they don't go and claim for their policies that they have actually been paid. They have already paid for, and the premiums have been deducted off their loan amounts. They don't collect those policy documents. Please, gwe musuubuzi gwe olina okuba nga ogera n'ofuna document y'okuva mu ba insurer oba okuva ku bank oba be bakucharginze premium oyo olina ogijjayo, olina obasaba bagikuwe, ate tebalina kumala myezi 6 myezi emeka, balina ogikuwa mu week emu. 7 working days is what they talk about, minimum standard for any insurer. Then what you business interruption, of course tugambye fire risks, say katugambe stock wo ekizimbe kyo badde renting ako wekifuna omuliro tusobola compensating 5 million. That is the first section. Section 2, there is business interruption. We are saying loss of income or increased cost of working. It could be about 15% of the business value, say about 75 million. This is just a summary. Burglary or kubba. Business interruption, by the way, kanga section 2, business interruption. Chiva kumuliro omuliro oba allied perils. Allied perils chiva kitegeeza floods, amataba wegajja negayingira business yo tusobolera okuddiza ssente compensating, yeah. So $1,500,000. On top of that tulina okusasula $1,75,000 okuyamba okufuna maybe ekizimbe kirala wogenda okukolera emirimu gyo oba kiri kisaanyeewo. Then burglary content yo maybe 10%. Tumanyi tino business yo otambuza ebyamaguzi ne oluusi ofuna big order noziwa ba client bo ne ate mu kuzitambuza oba nga zivudde katugambe seguku zigenda katugambe na janankumbi oba zigenda Fort Portal ne zifuna obuzibu akabenje tusobola kusasula compensation in terms of okay, this is burglary. Tugenda ku goods in transit. Okay, burglary kwokubba omuntu n'amenya mu business yo nabba ebintu. Tumanyi tasobola kubba byonna naye tusobola okusasula up to 10% kye bayita first loss. Bino biri technical sisabigenda byonna. Money insurance nayo nkulu nnyo. Money basobola okubba ssente zisobola okuba mu in transit, zisobola okuba nga ziri mu premises, zisobola okuba mu ba manager, ba finance manager, bantu bo ba director, at least 5% to 25 million. Then goods in transit tusobola kugamba 10% of the business value, so $5,000,000. Ebyamaguzi byoba otambuza bifuna obuzibu ng'obadde obijja katugambe seuko obitwala obidelivaringa katugambe Fort Portal ne bifuna akabenje ne biggwawo nabyo osobola okugamba insurance yo n'ebibanga ebisasula. Public liability olina limit ya say 100 million olinga akusuwinze business yo. Then abakozi bo twagala tuwe nga tubakavaringa ogamba 100 million kiba kitegeeza nga olina 10 kiba kitegeeza otaddeyo ukadde 10 buli omu waba afunye akabenje. Tusobola okubesingira ku eyo basis. Total benefits zibanga 900 million. Naye nga olaba bye tukavaringa byonna ngo obicomputinzemu naye nga olaba ina premium yeka oba emisoso gyolina okusasula mu insuwa just $1,400,000. So I think this is relatively fair. If you don't have all the money, you can actually pay 10 monthly installments of about $470, which is actually very fair. So that said, katugambe business olina neneko webanga ya kawumbi. So 1 billion is that. This is just an average. Sobola okuba mwezo. Nazo ziba zikuyambako. So tusagenga details ezo nazonna naye mbadde nkulaga kino ekintu mumanyi nti nolinayo kisoboka. So example njibawa musobola okulabira ddala really kyekiba kitugaana okuba nga tuinsuringa business zaffe. Of course tetusomeseza bulungi oba tetusomeseza kimala nga insurance companies. Nina kati kyekiseera tubeere nga tubayita batubuulire kiki bali kukola okulaba nga batusomesa oba nga batwagazisa insurance eno. I was urging all the insurers to actually involve more in awareness, as they have already accused us for not sensitizing enough. So with that, let me conclude with this small video so that people can actually appreciate. I remain Emmanuel Soin Safari, bring you the Promise Insurance Show. Until next time, keep blessed, and remember to subscribe, and remember to share any feedback in the comment section below. I thank you for your attention. Be blessed.